I love watching relays. You know, the gun's fired and the athlete at the beginning takes off with full gusto, baton in hand. And as the athlete runs towards the end, he begins to slow down and he passes the baton on to the next athlete to make sure they've got it in hand, and then they sprint off with gusto too, and they're running down the track, and then they slow down and they hand off the baton to another athlete, and they come through and finish through the white tape at the end. You know, the four athletes running can get round the track much faster than any one athlete can do by themselves. And as I think about that relay race, I think it captures something about one of the dreams that we have as a faith community at Mount Albert Baptist Church. You know, there's a shortage of Christian leaders in New Zealand. And as a faith community, we dream of training people and developing people to stand into that gap. I've often heard people say that that they have this person they know and they're going to be this great leader one day. And I ask them if what they're doing to prepare that person to be this great leader one day. And the response is normally a blank face. It's almost like we just expect it to happen. And what normally seems to happen is that, you know, this person steps into a ministry role and they really have little or no support. They step into it. The only feedback they tend to get is criticism. And then we wonder why a few years down the track they just seem to fly away and have to give it all up. That's not the way it's supposed to be. Biblically, elders are meant to pastor by equipping others to do the work of the ministry. So we need to work hard to train and develop and appreciate our emerging and our current leaders, to have them slow down, take up the baton, and to run the race well in ministry. Imagine what it would look like to train future leaders for our schools, for our workplaces, for our professions, for even government. Leaders that have developed the head and the heart and the hands to be commissioned as influential decision makers and shapers of our future communities. Imagine what it looks like if we prepare future pastors and missionaries for vocational ministry throughout New Zealand and for the wider world, by providing internship programs. As a part of what we want to do, we seek to have a formal leadership training program in place with this growing pool of trained, growing servant leaders for ministries within our church and ministries in the wider community. We dream of having a baton continually passed to a widening group of people. Imagine what that might look like.